Hey everyone, how are we today? Just doing an all signs reading today. We are going to be looking at the past person, the past love connection for you. But mostly, my intentions I'm setting today are sort of more along the lines of how that is actually affecting you from here, going forward into the future. So, how is this past connection actually currently affecting your love life? So, things like, are we holding on too strongly to the past? Is that holding you back? Are we repeating cycles? Those sorts of things. Okay, so we are looking at the past person, but like I said, I am setting the intentions more so along the lines of how that is affecting us in the future, rather than their direct feelings, or if this is going to reconcile, or any of those sorts of things. Okay, so I am today using the Terra lenormand. I also have the Soul Connection when two hearts meet romance cards as well. So we'll be using those today. Getting sort of straight on into it. As always, you will see me making timestamps. But today we're going to start with Aries. How are we today, Aries? Okay. Aries, we're looking at the past person and how that is currently affecting our love life, okay? Aries and the past person, please. What's going on for Aries in relation to this past person? Okay, so Aries, firstly, we're seeing the cross, okay? So straight away, that kind of lets us know that this past connection, it was in some way, shape, or form destined to happen, or happen the way that it did, okay? There was obviously, when I do sort of feel that destiny pull, usually a lot of the time it is for some sort of lesson that we needed to learn, or the other person, needed to learn from us, okay? But it does also let us know that you are carrying some burdens from this connection. That is the cross card, by the way. I sometimes keep forgetting to show the cards to you guys, so I'm sorry. But yeah, so it does sort of let us know that you are still carrying some burdens from this past connection. It has come through with the coffin energy, so it's kind of the burden of the ending. So it's kind of the coffin is all about endings and then bringing the new beginnings. So there is something about this past connection that is actually holding you back a little bit. The ending of that, for a lot of the time when I see the coffin, it does sort of talk about closure issues and those sorts of things. So you may still be sort of needing some sort of closure in order to, close the lid on that like 100%, from this past energy here, because it does feel like it's sort of stopping you from, moving forward with the new beginnings. But we do see a new beginning on the other side of that coffin card. That's the book energy there, and the book really does talk about brand new chapters, new beginnings, and possible new characters coming into your story, or it can actually be a brand new chapter with this person as well. So there is the potential of reconciliation with this particular spread, especially with the destiny, revolving strongly with this connection. There is a strong pull of destiny with this connection. So if you are after a reconciliation, it does look like it would be possible to start a brand new chapter with this same person. But for others of you, this is definitely talking about, closure issues, the way that this is the burden of the ending of this connection, is sort of holding you back a little bit from those new chapters. So that's kind of what's going on, in relation to you and this past energy here. I'm going to grab you an oracle as well. Okay. So what I might do is, with the oracles, I'm going to grab two for you. The first will be for, this past connection alone. All right, and then the second card will be for you alone, Aries, as in, is that new elsewhere? Okay, so we're going to look at past person and then elsewhere. All right, so Aries, past person. Aries, elsewhere. Okay, so firstly, for the past person, we are seeing temptation. Okay, so this person is like a huge temptation to go back towards this person. I feel like with the temptation card, a lot of the time that can talk about, you know, like sexual temptation to you know, reconcile with this person just for that. You know, so there is a strong temptation to you know, be involved with this past person in some way, shape, or form. That does say think carefully about the situation, okay? And are you allowing yourself to get drawn into something just because of the temptation, or is there actually something else there? Okay, so for elsewhere, we do see dreams, okay? So share your dreams together and encourage each other to make them a reality. So it's kind of asking you, you know, rather than following the temptation of this past person, you know, elsewhere in your life, you know, it definitely could still be this same person. Once again, I'm getting, you know, I'm getting about 50-50 of you, Aries. Some of you are very interested in this past energy, and others of you sort of wanting to sort of move on forward. But it's really sort of looking at, you know, do you guys have the same dreams? You know, looking at, you know, I feel some of you may even be dreaming about this person, that sort of thing. If that's the case, you know, following your dreams, so to speak. So if you're dreaming about this person, if you're dreaming about somebody else, follow that. Okay, your dreams are pretty important. They are trying to tell you stuff. All right, so if you're dreaming a lot about this past person, I would dare say for a lot of you that is sort of leading you to believe that, you know, there is maybe something there that you do need to look at with that as well. But if you know, just in general, it does talk about following your dreams. Okay, so making sure that your dreams are actually in alignment with the people that you want to be with, and that, you know, if your dream is to start brand new chapters, that you're starting new chapters with people that have the same end goals as you. So it's really looking at the end goals of the situation and working out whether they're in alignment or not. Okay, because I feel like for some of you who are interested in that past person, there may be, you know, some very different end goals that you're both looking at with the situation. So needing to make sure they are aligned if you are looking back to that past person. But, you know, same as when you are involving with new people as well. But hopefully tomorrow I will be able to upload a new person reading as well. So keep your eyes out for that. All right. Otherwise, if I don't get to it tomorrow, it will be next weekend. All right. But that's what we have for you, Aries. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But for now, we will move on over to Taurus. How are we, Taurus? Just looking at the past person and how it's affecting your love life now. Okay, so I did sort of say in the intro, my intentions are more toward now and moving forward in the future, and sort of seeing how this past energy is affecting you, rather than strictly are we going to reconcile type energy. All right, Taurus and the past person, please. Taurus and their past person. Okay, so I do have here, Taurus, but very firstly, the heart card. Okay, so there probably was a lot of love in this connection. There probably was that sort of feeling of unconditional love, but I'm feeling strongly for a lot of you that love was the obstacle between the two of you as well. So we do have the mountain has come through sort of next. So I do sort of feel for a lot of you that it was the actual the love and the romance side of things that was actually part of the obstacle of this connection. You know, so and I feel like it's kind of holding you back, and you know, I am also getting that for a lot of you, Taurus, that this is all about you know, this past person has actually created an obstacle within you when it comes to being able to love yourself as well. So we are definitely seeing some obstacles and challenges with being presented to you at the moment when it comes to this past energy's influence on you and your love life. So love is kind of an obstacle to you at the moment, and it's kind of feeling very, very influenced by this past person that, whether you had love with this past person or not, that has actually created problems with the way that, it's not problems, but it's created challenges, I suppose, with the way that you look at love, with the way that you love yourself. All right, but it just lets us know too, though, that with the mountain energy there, a hard work, perseverance, determination to overcome that, and that actually turns into brand new opportunities for you as well. Okay, but we do also have the crossroads coming through, so it's really going to be about making the conscious decision to make the change, to put in the hard work to address these issues within yourself, or within the way that you're looking at love. Okay, so the road really does talk about choices or decisions, and I am feeling that it's kind of you having to sort of choose to put in the hard work to overcome these challenges that you have faced from the influence of this past energy. Um, it kind of lets us know, though, that you're choosing the right path one way or another. There is I feel with this crossroad card that there is a couple of different paths open to you here, and you are actually just sort of intuitively going to choose the right path for yourself, as long as you're making the right choice, like the choices out of love for yourself, and just that love type energy. You will be making the right choices for yourself here, Taurus. Okay, you will be following the right path. Sometimes those paths just have detours, and it's kind of just letting us know that these obstacles with the way that you're looking at love at the moment, it is just a bit of a detour for you, just to strengthen that path that you're walking in the future. Okay, Taurus and the past person, please. So yeah, I do feel that for some of you there definitely is this thing where it's this obstacle is how can we find that love again? How can but I'm really strongly getting that it's dependent on you loving yourself, Taurus. But for some of you, maybe this choice is actually do I climb this mountain again? Do I face this obstacle with this person again? Because I'm getting the two sort of storylines here that for some of you, love was the obstacle, and it was kind of like it definitely could have been like a one-sided connection, and you're sort of having to choose whether you're going to allow that back into your life or not. So I am getting for some of you that choice is actually with this person all over again. We do also have the heart coming through as well. So definitely that heart, that idea of love, the love space, and your heart space, and acting from your heart and loving yourself is coming through so strongly, because we've got the double heart cards here. This does say you begin to feel your heart beat faster when they are close. So it's kind of I do feel that the love is all coming from you, though, Taurus. So you really need to think about, is that the path you want to follow? That do you want to do this? Do you want to follow this path again? I do feel for a lot of you there is definitely the option to go back towards this past person. And it does feel that with that heart there is a very strong chance that that can be overcome, because the mountain, even though it is obstacles, challenges, it also is opportunities to learn and grow and overcome those obstacles as well. So if that's sort of what you're after, it is definitely possible to make that choice, but you are going to be faced with a sort of conscious choice as to what path you are going to take here. Okay, Taurus. So that's what I have for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements as always. But for now, we will move on over to Gemini. How are we, Gemini? Okay, just looking at the past person for you today, Gemini, and how that is affecting you currently and moving forward. Okay, Gemini and the past person, please. Okay, interesting, Gemini. I'm just going to grab your oracle out for you now too. Gemini and the past person, please. Okay. What I'm seeing here, Gemini, I do firstly have the fish, okay, which is the card of abundance. When we see that in love readings, a lot of the time it can talk about, lots of fish in the sea. So there is this element here where this is the burden that you're carrying, okay. We have the cross coming through in the center card there. So the cross sometimes can talk about burdens being carried or burdens that you need to lift. Okay, so I am feeling strongly that for a lot of you there is this plenty of fish in the sea vibe is the burden. It possibly could be, some sort of financial burdens that one of you was sort of dealing with as well. So whichever side of that you resonate with, you're probably going to know because you're sort of carrying it a little bit as a burden. Or you have been in the past. I do feel like this is presently still a bit of a burden on you, that there was some sort of, financial difficulty. But I'm getting strongly drawn to this, lots of fish in the sea kind of idea. So it's kind of like, someone within the connection had more than one option. Okay, is what I'm kind of feeling with that there, that, and that was the burden that one of you is carrying, that, one of you just was wanting to like, I'm just getting this, like, one of you wanted to be casual, date other people type energy, and to you that has come across as a bit of a burden energy. So whether it's situation where you were still wanting to date other people and it was burdening you, that you didn't want to sort of lock it down with this past person, or vice versa. But what we're sort of seeing here with that cross energy is that the cross energy does talk about having faith and having this strong pull of destiny, with this connection as well. So there is an element here of having faith with this connection, because I do feel like for a lot of you, Gemini, that this connection isn't over yet. Okay, you're still carrying the burdens, and I feel like, if this has sort of ended in it, where, obviously it's a past person, so it's ended somewhere along the line there, but I do feel as though there's still a pretty strong connection between you and this person, and this, because you're still carrying these burdens. So so it's very, but I am seeing that there is, the potential for reconciliation here as well. So I do feel for some of you that this may be sort of still present in your energy, or coming back into your energy, because I'm getting that message of having faith. If this past person is someone that you're interested in, you want to sort of be with this person, it's definitely possible, because we are seeing here the anchor as well. All right. So once again, we're getting the dual. There is these burdens still weighing you down a little bit. You're still being a little bit weighed down, feeling like the connection's a bit stuck. But we also see with the anchor card that, if you have faith that this could be, durable, dependable, that anchor through the storm, that you guys can make it through that storm, that you can, it is kind of, the anchor can be very secure and dependable energy. So I do feel that if you do reconcile with this person, that in the future it will be more secure for you and more sort of stable energy in the future for you, and to have faith that if that is what you want, that is definitely possible in the future with this connection, especially when, that oracle that we're seeing here is the soul oracle. Okay, so with the cross and then with that soul card, there is a strong connection here. There is a strong, soul connection, destined type connection with you and this past person. It does say your soul is preparing to reconnect trust in the process. So it does link very strongly with that cross energy, that, you know, that trust, having faith in the process, and, you know, letting us know that, you know, it has the word reconnect here, that you are preparing to reconnect with this energy. So for a lot of you, it's definitely looking like there may be some sort of reconciliation. But if that's not what you're after, you know, free will, guys. Free will exists. You never have to go back to a dangerous situation or a situation that you don't want to be in. You're under no, you know, even if there's a sense of destiny or soul connection with somebody, you know, that it's still up to you and your free will at the end of the day. All right, so that's what we have for you today, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements as well. But we will move on over to our Cancer. How are we today, Cancer? Just looking at the past person and the way that this is affecting you in the present. Okay, Cancer and the past person, please. Cancer and the past person. Just intuitively there, Cancer, I am getting here, I'm kind of hearing a Cancer saying which one. So before I sort of start drawing cards, can we please just focus with who? Like, if there's more than one past person that you're interested in, can we please just think of one, and then, you know, maybe check another placement if you do want to look at the other energy. Okay, so if you think about, you know, the past, you know, I'm just strongly getting here, Cancer, that you're thinking of more than one person, or that a lot of the collective here has more than one past person that wants to come through. So can we think of just one? Think of, like, because what, Cancer, you guys are water. So if you are thinking of a water or a air sign, we can watch the Cancer reading today, okay? But if you are thinking of a fire or an earth sign, please watch your moon or Venus placement, okay? Sorry, Cancer, that was just coming through quite strongly. I've got more than one person trying to come through there, so I'm just going to split it down the middle and send that other energy to come out elsewhere, okay? Cancer and the past person. And I'm just going to grab your oracle as well. Cancer and this past person, please. Okay, so Cancer, I do feel, well, I'll show you that oracle first, because I do have the obstacles card coming through. Okay, so that lets us know that there are definitely some obstacles, you know, being created from this energy, from this past person. It does say look for ways around the obstacles to find happiness. So I do feel as though that is actually telling us that this particular past person that we're talking about right now, you know, the obstacles, don't face them head on. There's this element, it's kind of telling me stay away from this past. I know that that's a bit confronting and straightforward, but it is kind of, you know, I am just hearing to stay away from that particular past person. The obstacles are too great. There's other ways to achieve, you know, achieve happiness around those obstacles without involving that person. Okay, so even if you feel like you need closure with this person, it's telling me you need to find that closure, you know, elsewhere rather than facing that person. It may just be a fact of, you know, it's just not the right time. I am getting their energy coming through really strongly, and I am feeling that, you know, this person here, that this person, we've got the book coming through, okay, and this person is actually focused on brand new chapters. They're trying to, you know, invite new energy into their story. They're trying to find new characters in their storyline. I am getting a very I am getting a bit of a player energy coming from this person, but we do have the birds coming through as well. So it's kind of that energy where they're talking to a lot of people. They're trying to find their new beginning by talking. Like they're like it's. I'm just getting that they're talking a lot. I can't catch everything. They're talking a lot to a lot of different people. Um, they may even be gossiping about you or saying things about you to other people. Just be wary of that, okay? They're not they are an obstacle unto themselves. I'm just getting a very this person's energy is actually quite overwhelming. And I'm getting, they're all talk but no action. They're telling everyone they're going to start new chapters, but and they're telling everyone, oh, I'm ready to, because next I have the house energy as well. So they're trying to tell themselves and as well as everybody around them that they can possibly talk to. Oh, I'm trying to start a new chapter where it's going to be, much more stable and much more secure for me. And I really want stability, and I really want someone I can start a family with. But it feels like it's all talk, honestly. It feels like deep down, this is not actually what they're trying to create. They're yeah. I feel like if you were to contact this person or approach this person or try to reconcile with this person, I feel like they would do this to you. They would talk all the big talk, but not actually have the stability to back it up. It feels like they're ready to talk about being stable and secure, but they're not actually able to offer that at this time. They're still looking. They're still looking on how to write that into their story. They're trying to write that into their story by talking about it but they're not actually taking the steps necessary to actually have that. Okay? So yeah, that's what I have for that person. I'm going to grab one more oracle for you here, Cancer. Just feeling drawn to grab one more. For the Cancers who still have contact with this person or for some reason still have to have contact with this person or are still involved with this person somehow. Guilt. Don't let guilt get in the way of your happiness. So yeah, if you're still in contact with this person, they're trying to guilt you. It's all talk. That's what this is. It's they're trying to guilt you. Yeah. That's what I have for you with that particular person, Cancer. That particular person, they're not ready. They're not ready for what I feel that you are ready for. You're different pages. That book came out, so you're on different pages as well. You're already moving forward into the next chapter of you, and this person's still trying to work out how to pick up the pen and put it to the paper. They're not ready. They're just not up to the same page that you're up to in that book. Okay, Cancer. That's what I have for you. Like I said, if there is a second person on your mind or more even, you're more than welcome to check your other placements. I do recommend your Moon or your Venus. That they hopefully would be the next strongest for you with this particular reading. Okay, but for now we will move on over to our Leos. How are we today, Leo? All right, just looking today at the past person and how that is actually currently affecting your energy and life and love life. Leo and the past person, please. I'm just going to grab your oracle as well, Leo. Leo and the past person, please. Okay, I'm getting a... Firstly, I'm getting the letter, okay? So that does let us know that you're either still in communication with this person, or there will soon be some sort of communication between you and this person. The letter does talk about, you know, phone calls, actual letters, emails, online, in person. I am also getting that for some of you, this is like energetical communication, like someone trying to talk to you through your dreams, or telepathy, those types of things as well. Someone trying to pull on your energy in order to, you know, yeah, I'm just feeling for some of you there is still some sort of energy connection between you and this person, and they're trying to access you through that, trying to communicate something to you through that as well. So just be aware of that. There's some really good cord cutting stuff on YouTube, guys, if that's necessary for you. I am also seeing the openness card here, which, as you can see, we can see the book and the you know, I think it might be the Bible, to be honest, but I am just getting that guided to that. You know, for a lot of you, this is going to be text, like text, or you know, even gifts, or you know, some sort of communicate. It's just showing me the communication once again. So I do feel strongly that for some of you there may be some sort of communication, and I'm getting for some of you though it is like subvert communication. So it may not be like I said, it could be that energy communication, but I am getting that for at least one of you, this is something along the lines of putting pamphlets in your mailbox, or something along those lines. Like they're trying to get some sort of message through to you, but they may be trying to be doing it very subvertly and not let you know that it's actually from them. So that, yeah, I am getting, you know, like, because I'm just sort of seeing here, when I realized that that is actually a Bible, I'm like, you know how during COVID, all the Jehovah's Witness, instead of knocking on the door, they started putting letters in everyone's mailboxes, or just leaving pamphlets in the door. I'm getting that. That's the picture I'm sort of getting in my head, is, you know, like someone leaving you information about something that they want you to, you know, that they're either trying to, you know, they're trying to get to you in some way by leaving. So you know, if you come across anything in your mailbox, or in, like, I'm literally getting like pamphlets in the mailbox, or pamphlets left in the door, or like letters sent to you that are, you know, appear to be an invitation to an event, and then you go to the event and, oh, lo and behold, here's that person. Or it's like, you know, so I'm just getting like someone leaving like they think that you've got an alcohol problem, so they're leaving you AA brochures, or those sorts of, it's quite odd actually, but that sort of stuff. So just be aware of that, Leo. You know, but that openness card, it does say be open to accept divine guidance in your relationships. So I feel like this is sort of telling you, you know, being open to you know, accepting help and support from the universe, and that divine guidance from your higher self. That if you see a weird pamphlet and you just, you know, your intuition is telling you there's something just not quite right about that, it's not, okay? So you will have that divine guidance available to you, Leo, because I am also seeing the bear here, which lets us know that, you know, this person's energy or this communication has left you in this bear energy, which is where you are, you know, you have your walls up, you want to protect yourself, you need to look after yourself, you've got your boundaries strong and firm, okay? And I feel like that is necessary when it comes to this person, okay? That you do need to have strong boundaries between yourself and this person, okay? Because we do also see the mountain. So that lets us know that, you know, dealing with this energy and dealing with this, you know, I'm strongly feeling once again that there is a strong energy connection here between you and this person. And that is actually part of your obstacle. It's creating more obstacles for you from being able to move forward and you know, fully have that closure and move on. You know, there is an obstacle, a challenge from the past here. So it has created obstacles and challenges in your future because that you are still somehow connected to this energy. So you really sort of need to, you know, protect yourself from this person and their energy. You know, so it's just because otherwise it's just going to keep on creating more and more obstacles and challenges for you and delays for you to be able to, you know, move forward in your life. You know, so even if, you know, I am getting to that, you know, if that weird pamphlet message I was getting there, that may be part of the obstacle that you know, that I'm getting for one or two of you, that this is the obstacle that's happening, is that it's like you, every time you're trying to sort of move on, you're seeing these pamphlets that remind you of this person or something like that. So it's kind of like, you know, that whole vibe of 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. Like every time you start moving forward, this person's energy is doing something to pull you back. So I'm just, you know, intuitively feeling that there's a need for you to, you know, really think about how we can cut that energy off. Okay, even if you still have to have contact with this person, because you know some of us have kids with the past person and that sort of stuff. Even if you still have to have contact with this person, there needs to be, you know, you protect your energy. Protect your energy, Leo. Okay, I'm just getting very strongly there that you do need to protect your energy here. Okay. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. All right, so moving on to our Virgos. How are we today, Virgo? Just looking at you and the past person. How is this affecting you in the current and future? Okay, Virgo and the past person, please. I had a very similar message with our all signs reading yesterday for the new moon, Virgo. So that what did I call it? Manifesting change. Have a look at that all signs reading if you haven't watched that one, because this is actually quite similar. All right. Firstly, I'm seeing these came out together, the moon and the rider. Okay, so there is emotional news on the way. That's pretty straightforward. There's some sort of emotional news on the way. I feel for a lot of you that this is actually, once again, it's resonating strongly with that reading I did for you yesterday, Virgo, where this emotion is, it's kind of, you know, all of like the on the way factor is actually just, it's about to hit you. These emotions are about to hit you. This sort of pops up suddenly out of nowhere, this rider energy. It comes in fast. So it feels like these emotions are just, it's going to hit you fast. It's going to, you know, pop up out of nowhere, these emotions or something along those lines. You know, it is something emotional going on within you, Virgo. And I feel like this is you sort of, you know, also with the writer needing to express these emotions a little bit, you know, through a conversation. We do have the birds there. There is the need for you to talk. And we do have the dog there as well. So there is, with the dog, normally that's the friendship card, but this is just somebody, like, I don't necessarily feel, once again, that this is, you know, this may not be just a friend. This is somebody who, you know, you have, they're very loyal to you. They have a very strong compassion and understanding, support for you, Virgo. They want to support you. They want to help you. They're giving that friendship vibe in that they want to be, you know, man's best friend. All right, that kind of vibe, rather than actual outright friendship. This is, I'm getting support and compassion and loyalty to you. This is someone who, you know, you could throw that bone a mile away and they're still going to bring it back to you every single time. You know, and this particular deck, we do have the dog. That's actually a flower in the dog's mouth there. I know the camera's not picking that up very well today. But that is actually a flower in the dog's mouth, and then there is a bird perched on its head. Okay, so the symbology is pretty strong, that there is a need to communicate with this particular person, and they're wanting to give to you. They want to give their ear. They want to, you know, lend a shoulder, lend an ear. But there is, because you're having this, it's kind of like you're having an emotional outburst just within yourself, and then you're needing to sort of talk it through with this person. All right. So obviously, because we're asking about the past person, you know, it is still affecting you, and that's why you're needing to have this conversation. So I feel like these emotions are the emotions that are sort of welling up and about to explode in. I do feel like it's about to, you know, just pop up out of nowhere or explode in you type energy, these emotions. I feel like those emotions are related to that past person. All right. And this conversation is happening with somebody. This is not that past person. This is somebody else. Somebody who's got your back. They're loyal and supportive of you. Virgo and the past person. But yeah, it's very, very similar to the reading I saw yesterday. Past lives. Okay, so yeah, we reunite with our loved ones over and over again through many different lives. Okay, so yeah, that these, maybe that's why you're having such an emotional upswell, you know, from this past person, because, you know, maybe you were connected to them in more than just your current past. Maybe there was, you know, further pasts, or that you were connected to this person as well. So it does just let us know that, you know, I'm feeling that for some of you that this is somebody who has passed away, and it's kind of letting you know that don't worry, you may meet them again. That kind of vibe as well, if that's the case for you, Virgo. But I am feeling very strongly the need for you to be talking and communicating, you know, with people that are there to support you at the moment about these emotions that you're sort of having in regard to this past person, Virgo. And once again, I just can't get through the feeling of how similar a message that is to what we saw yesterday in that manifesting change, all signs. So you may want to watch that one as well, Virgo. Okay. Or check other placements as well, of course. All right. So Libra, how are we today, Libra? Just looking today at the past person. How is this affecting your current and future? Libra and the past person, please. Libra and the past person. Also, sending my heart out to my Libra friend today. I know she's got some crazy health-related stuff going on with her husband, and sending my love to Libra today. Can I just get one to clarify that third card for Libra and the past person? And your oracle as well, Libra. Libra and the past person, please. Okay, so the past. Okay, I'm seeing the past has, firstly, we've got the whip energy. Okay, so the past has definitely, created a lot of drama for you, a lot of tension within yourself. Sometimes this can talk about, beating yourself up about stuff, but I'm feeling more along the lines of, conflict. This definitely could have been some verbal altercations between you and this person in the past, even after this person was in the past. So I'm feeling that for some of you, it has sort of led to some conflict and tension, a lot of trouble and tension and just drama in regard to this past person. And I do feel that for some of you, not necessarily everyone, but the drama and the tension may have been because we do have the tree here. So it may have been in regard to, this past person presenting as quite immature or needing to grow. I'm just getting that, I'm just getting a Libra sort of yelling at someone, you need to grow up. Or something along those lines. Okay, so that may or may not resonate for you there, Libra. But all this tension and trouble has actually led you to a lot of growth. And you have actually grown and matured quite a lot, and taken care of yourself as well, after dealing with all this tension that you've been through in the past there. Even though it created that tension for you, it also created the opportunity for you to grow and learn and become wise beyond your years, Libra. I feel I do feel as though that is actually both of you have grown. Okay, I feel like all this tension and this immaturity that this person did have, maybe they've actually grown a lot as well. I feel like you've both grown a lot individually. All right, so I am feeling that pardon, that growth has happened on both sides of the coin there. We are also seeing the birds, okay, which I've clarified and gotten the scythe. So it kind of does let us know that, there is going to be a conversation between you and this past person. There is going to be some sort of conversation either with this past person or, no, I feel like majority of you that's with them directly, but for some of you it may just be, mutual friends or with somebody else about this person. But I do feel more so for majority of you that's having a conversation with this person about how much you've both grown. I feel like that's what it's even about is, oh wow, we had so much fighting back those days, and oh but wow, geez, we've both grown a lot is what I'm sort of getting from that. Because this conversation with the scythe clarifying that conversation, it's letting us know that this conversation is actually going to bring about, a sudden or very unexpected change between you and this past person. So I am feeling that for a lot of you that, especially when I'm looking at our oracle next as well, but I am feeling for a lot of you that this may not have been a past person as such. This may have been that whole just needed a break type energy, because the scythe can talk about things that have taken a break, but like a break or a change. But I'm feeling that there's been a break, and you've both grown a lot, and now we're seeing the change, and the change is happening from this conversation that you're having with this person. And it's going to be very unexpected. So there's a very unexpected element to this conversation. So whether it's, they're going to be saying things that you did not expect them to say, or, having the conversation in the first place is the unexpected thing. Like, I am getting that there's a very unexpected plot twist kind of vibe to this conversation. All right. But we are also seeing rekindle. Okay. Every relationship has magical moments that can be rekindled. So for some of you, this sudden change is that, you guys are going to be sort of rekindling some of the magic or whatnot. So, if that's what you're after, there you go. But free will does exist. You under no prerequisite to allow that change to happen in that manner. Okay, that change could just be that unexpected factor that, wow, I did not expect to see that person, let alone me and them actually have a conversation without yelling at each other. I feel like for a lot of you, it's like, I can't believe we just had a conversation and we didn't yell at each other the entire time. So I feel like for some of you, that's actually what the unexpected thing is that, wow, we didn't actually like fight or yell at each other. Wow, we have grown. uh, More than welcome to check your other placements, of course, Libra. Okay, so Scorpio, how are we today, Scorpio? Just looking at the past person and how this energy is affecting you in the current and moving forward. Okay, Scorpio and the past person. Okay, so Scorpio, I am strongly getting here that the first card I've got is the cross, which the cross can talk about a couple of different things, but I am just flat getting one translation of this card today, which is, well, for you, I have had it for a few other signs as well, actually. So, but it is coming through as burdens, okay, burdens that you've been carrying, from this past person's energy. So I can't sort of feel exactly what those burdens are, but it's from this past person's energy. You are still carrying some burdens within yourself, within your thoughts, okay? Because we do have the clouds coming through, and the clouds really does talk about, your thoughts, overthinking things. So it's kind of that vibe of these burdens along the lines of, maybe if I did things that way, maybe if I tried things this way, maybe what if looking at all the different potential things, like going back over things in your head a million times, um, you're causing yourself too much anxiety here, Scorpio. Pardon. Yeah, because what's happening is, it's like the burden I feel for a lot of you, it's things like, it's emotional burden. All right, I can straight up see with that next card, it's some sort of like emotional burden. So it's things like guilt and I'm getting guilt quite strongly, blame, those sorts of emotions where you may be feeling guilty about things that you did. You may be blaming that person for them doing that or whatnot, and you're stuck here overthinking it and going through it over and over. It's like it's going around in circles in your little brain there, and it's eating you alive inside your brain. You can't stop thinking about it. It's causing you a lot of anxiety. It's actually creating depression, and clouded judgment. So you're losing your ability to see the situation clearly, because you're overthinking it. You're really overthinking it here. Okay, and it's affecting your emotions now too. It's affecting your intuition and holding you back. It's clouding your judgment when it comes to following your intuition. So there is this element here where it feels like you can't even trust your emotions or your intuition at the moment because you know you're so clouded and confused with all these things that are going through your head. It's actually it's created more confusion than is totally necessary at all, and it is actually affecting you quite strongly, Scorpio, and it's affecting your emotions, okay? With the moon energy there, is all about your emotional sensitivity. It is about your intuition and being able to follow your intuition, which I'm feeling that this is the challenge at the moment, is overcoming, emotions, and it's feeling like, like because you're overthinking this past person and the burdens that you've carried from this past connection. I feel like you don't even realize, and it's clouded your judgment, that you don't even realize that that's why your emotions are acting up. All right. So you may be sort of finding yourself sort of very quick to anger and those sorts of things, very frustrated, road ragey, all that sort of stuff. And you don't know which way to go. You don't know what to do. Your intuition tells you one thing, but then it works out it's the wrong thing. And it's leaving you in this state of confusion, and you're not, like, it's kind of clouded you from realizing that it's actually the energy from this past person that is doing this to your emotions. It's kind of I feel like a lot of you Scorpio are sitting there going, why do I feel so cranky today? Why am I so sad today? I'm not sad about anything, but I feel really sad today. Why do I feel so depressed at the moment? Why am I so anxious? And you don't really even know, but that is what it is. It's this past person. So whether, for a lot of you, that's strictly because, the way that you're thinking about this past person, the way that you're overthinking about these things that have happened in the past. But for others of you, it may be because there's an energetic connection still between you and this past person, and it's affecting you more than you realize. That there may be still, the need for energy closure between you and this person. Okay, so pardon me again, sorry. But yeah, I do feel, I did say it to one or two of the other signs as well, but there may be a need for, some sort of cord cutting or something along those lines where you're blocking that person's energy. Okay, so it's not just stopping yourself from thinking about this person. It's cutting that energy off as well, because for some of you, maybe only one or two of you, this clouded judgment, this confusion, in this overthinking, it's actually coming from them directly, and they're kind of sending that to you through the bond that you have on an energy level. So definitely take that into consideration if you are having, emotions that feel as though they're not your own. But I'll grab your oracle as well. Sorry, Spirit's like, oh, every time my nose itches like that. It only ever does it when messages are coming through super strong. I feel like sometimes it's me telling you too much as well, like telling you things that the other person doesn't want you to hear. Like, they may not want you to know that they're still connected to you on an energy level. And it, oh, yeah, I think that's what it is, because it's like insane when I say certain things. Okay, Scorpio and the past person, please. Yeah, past lives, Scorpio. So we reunite with our loved ones over and over again through many different lives. Okay, so I do feel as though this person is still connected to you strongly. You may have had a past life with this person, and that's why this energy connection lingers, because there is some sort of energy link between you and this past person. Okay, so that's what I have for you today, Scorpio. I'm just going to take a quick break, and then we'll move on to Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius and the past person. Looking at how is this affecting you currently and moving forward, okay? Sagittarius and the past person. I'm just going to grab your oracle as well. Sagittarius and the past person. Right. Okay, so Sagittarius. I'm going to try to not be too confronting, but this is a bit of a confronting sort of message, okay? Like I said, I am sort of setting my intentions today with this reading to be more about, how is this affecting you moving forward? How is this past connection affecting you, from your love life currently and moving forward? All right, so firstly, I want to show you that one. We do have the yin yang card coming through, and that does say, like the yin yang symbol, twin flames contain an aspect of each other's character within themselves. Okay, so I'm feeling that what's happened here with this past energy is that they have triggered you big time, because okay, if you stop and think about the things that led to this connection becoming in the past, the things that um you know the negative things about this person, um there's an aspect of those same negative things being your own. Things trigger us because it lights like they light us up and trigger us because there's an aspect of that thing that we haven't dealt with, or it makes us, when we hate something about somebody else, it's because we hate that aspect of ourselves. So there's some triggering stuff here between you and this past person, and I feel as though it's kind of triggered you, um in the way that, there's a few things that this past connection has now, I don't know whether it's made you realize or not, but there is a few things that it's kind of made you need to grow those aspects of yourself, face some darker sides of yourself, face a bit of shadow work, when it comes to the things that this past connection has highlighted within you yourself. Okay, I do have the Child here, first and foremost. Okay, so that straight away, this is turning into a shadow work reading straight up for you, Sagittarius. I am sorry if it is a bit confronting, but so the Child can mean a lot of things. But for you today, Sagittarius, this person has triggered your inner child, the emotional inner child that doesn't know how to deal with those emotions properly, that immature aspect within you of not knowing how to deal with this or not knowing how to deal with that. It may, for some of you, it may have sort of triggered some childhood trauma stuff, and that's part of what's going on with this, and how it's sort of affecting you in the future and the current. But I'm getting strongly that this has got to do with a sense of immaturity on some level. For a lot of you, that immaturity is the way that we deal with sex. We do have the snake coming through here. So there's an immature aspect to do with the sexual connection, the physical connection between you and this past person, and facing, needing to sort of grow within that aspect in some way. But the snake is also letting us know that there is an element of you, Sagittarius, who is deceiving yourself. Okay, there is an element of you, because I am getting strongly that for some of you, and keep in mind that these readings, it can always be vice versa. It can always be, the other energy coming through. You are more than welcome to check other placements and that sort of thing as well, because this is probably the most confronting message we've seen today. but there is a level of self-deceit going on, and you're kind of deceiving yourself about this immaturity, this the problems, the challenges that you faced with this past person. There is an element of you deceiving yourself. I am getting strongly that for maybe one or two of you, it's kind of that vibe of, blame, okay? And you're blaming this past person for everything, but not actually taking personal responsibility for the role that you played in those things, the way that you reacted to those things. I am getting a strong sense of blame and that coming through with this, and deceiving yourself about, hang on, maybe I was to blame with this or with that, or even if you weren't to blame for things, it's the way we react to things, the way that we say things, the way that we project our insecurities onto others, and that sort of a thing. There is definitely some sort of self-deceit going on here, where you're not sort of facing yourself when it comes to this past person. There's a level of you not sort of facing yourself when it comes to this. But we are also seeing the mouse energy. Okay, so that does read as a past energy, as a loss, feeling as though something's been taken from you. There is that element of it eats away at you. And I hate to say it, but it's going to keep eating away at you until you face yourself when it comes to this past connection. Okay, but some of you, it may even just be that, facing yourself in the sense of, is this a cycle I'm sort of stuck in? Different people, same stuff happens. What role do I have to play in all of this? So I am feeling, I'm not blame, like, I'm not taking blame off the other person at all. I'm just saying that this is what I'm seeing in the cards, is that you're only ever going to feel the loss if you don't face your own role in all this as well. It's only ever going to feel like a loss. It's never going to actually have full closure for you. It's just going to feel as though, oh, that was taken from me. And like, they took this from me. They did that to me. It's kind of like that victim mentality. And that sort of stuff only gets worse with time. And it doesn't change unless you actively face it and change it. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I am sorry if that's a bit confronting. Like I said, you're more than welcome to check your other placements. I would probably suggest that you check another placement, probably your moon or your Venus. Okay, so once again, I'm sorry, Sag, but that's what we have for you today. Okay, so moving over to Capricorn. How are we today, Capricorn? Just having a look today at the past person, how they're affecting you currently, like how that energy is affecting you currently and moving forward in your love life. Okay, Capricorn and the past person, please. Yes, collective, not just me. Thank you. Sorry. Feeling I need to double clarify with the universe sometimes when it comes to the Capricorn readings. Collective, Capricorn and the past person. Even when I asked specifically to remove my own energy. Oh, seriously, being a Capricorn, and it's like I straight away I can see that it's resonating for me personally, and it resonates with a cross-watch read that I've already done one of the signs of. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Oh, tarot and cartomancy in general is just so confronting sometimes, and it makes you, you get repeated messages saying the same things, And it just, one of those days, Capricorn. Okay. Capricorn collective and the past person, please. Yeah, hi. Okay, Capricorn. I'm just at a personal point in my life where I'm just rolling my eyes when it comes to the idea of me and love. So please do not allow my personal ish. Um, we're all a bit crazy here, okay? It is show crazy fairy channel, so I'm never gonna lie and tell you that I'm not crazy because I am. Um, but yes, I'm just at that point. You know how when you hit that point where you've just had enough and you just roll your eyes, and even when you know, you have to just roll your eyes because it's just like, what am I going to do about it today? Like, okay, but you never know. As we go through this, hopefully, this resonates for the collective as well as me. Okay, so I will warn you straight away. The oracle I do have is the Soul Oracle. Okay, so your soul is preparing to reconnect. Trust in the process. Okay, I'm trying to trust. Whatever. We're moving right along. This actually links very, very strongly with the first card I've gotten with the lenormand as well. But we do have the word reconnect in that card. Okay, so if that's where you're at, Capricorn, and you're wanting to reconcile with this past person, definitely seeing that there is definitely a possibility of that. So if that's not what you're after, please check a different placement, because this is actually, it's coming through as Capricorns who do want to reconnect with this past person. That's what I've got here. Okay, so I'll tell you straight up, that's what I've got here, that it's looking like this is a Capricorn who definitely wants to reconnect with this past person. We are seeing that there is a strong soul connection between you and this past person. Like I said, it does connect very, very strongly with the first card I've got. It says here, trust in the process. The first card I've got here is the cross energy, okay, which talks directly about having faith in the process, trusting in the process, having faith that things will work out the way you want them to, that there's destiny involved, okay, because with the soul and the cross, we're definitely looking at a destined connection, that there is a strong pull of this being a very strong destiny type fateful connection going on here. All right, we are seeing that, for some of you, that there is an element with the cross, that this is like your cross to bear, that there is a burden involved with this connection, that I do feel for a lot of you that the burden is the way that this changes your wishes about life. We do have the star card there, or the way that wishes come true for you, or the way that you're looking at what dreams you want fulfilled, what wishes you want, how to have hope and optimism to have that faith. Like it's kind of feeling like it's affecting your wish zone, your manifestation zone, your wish zone very heavily. Okay, and that is the burden, is that it's actually, I'm getting, be careful what you wish for, because is it what you actually truly wish for? Because I am getting for some of you that be careful what you wish for, because it might just come true. All right, and so having to be very, very careful that you are only manifesting that which you do truly desire. Okay, and having that faith that the things that you do truly desire will be manifested and will come true. Those dreams will come true, because we're seeing with the star card that that's all about wish fulfillment and wishing on a star. some sort of star connection. I do strongly feel the star connection, you know, with actual stars as well, for not just myself, because you know, a lot of couples and things, you know, when they are together, they do things like go and look at the stars together and whatnot. If you're a sappy romantic Capricorn like me, you went out and you bought them a you know, the name your own star thing. So that's just me. I can be weirdly romantic. I thought that was super romantic. Like, I don't know about you guys. So let me know in the comments. I'm like, is that even like romantic? Like, I don't know. But anyway, what we're seeing after that there is the anchor. Okay, so these wishes are, you know, you can depend on them coming true, pretty much is kind of what I'm getting from that. But I do feel as though there is this element here with the anchor that, you know, when we're seeing that possible reconnection, that this time around it's stable, it's secure. This person is going, you know, you and this person sort of hold each other steady through the storm, and you know, because the anchor is the part of the ship that, you know, they put down to weather the rough seas. So I feel like for a lot of you, if you are reconnecting with this person, it is more stable and dependable next time next time around. Okay, so you know, it can feel as a little, you know, with that there, it can feel a little bit like you're a bit stuck on a wish, if that makes sense for some of you as well, that you're kind of stuck on this wish for this person. So I'll just, you know, once again, make sure you are being careful of what you wish for. I'm just going to grab one more oracle here because, you know, I'm just feeling that there's something else that wants to be said here. Capricorn and the past person, please. Cherish your relationship. Okay, so maybe that's cherish these wishes coming true. Cherish the fact that this has got a strong pull of fate. Cherish yourself as well, Capricorn. Okay. Check your other placements, guys. Apparently, like that, and if you are a Capricorn, please leave me a comment and let me know if that resonated for you, because, you know, like I said at the start, I do really try to make sure my own energy is kept out of the collective when I'm doing the readings. But when it's coming through so strongly with things that are resonating for me, I can't help but wonder sometimes that is it just me that is getting this message, or is this actually, you know, all the Capricorns are going through something sort of similar. You know, so I would really appreciate it if you are a Capricorn, or you're watching the Capricorn section because you have a strong Capricorn placement. Pardon. Can you please let me know if that resonated for you? I would really appreciate it. Okay. Thank you. All right. So moving on over to, oh, sorry, our Aquarians. How are we today, Aquarius? Just looking at the past person today. Intentions are to look more at how it's affecting you currently and moving forward in your love life. But Aquarius and your past person. Okay, can I just get one more to clarify that message for Aquarius and past person, please? Two more came out. And I'll grab your oracle as well. Aquarius and the past person, please. Okay, so I am actually getting this relatively straightforward for you, Aquarius. I'll show you the cards I've got here in the main section. I've got the heart and the snake, which was followed by the coffin. Okay, so I just want to talk about that coffin because the coffin is death and rebirth, endings bringing new beginnings. So this is actually coming through pretty straightforward because, we've got the heart talking about, the love that you had in the past connection. We've got the snake, which is actually talking about, your physical desire, your sexual desire for this person, the passion and whatnot that you had for this person or have still for this person. But it's kind of all I'm kind of getting from this here is it wants you to know that the love, the passion has ended. You need to close the door on that. Okay, you need to find closure. You need to close the lid on this, um, so that you can actually focus on the new beginnings, the rebirth of the coffin energy. All right. So that's pretty much all I'm getting. These cards all do have, other little bits and pieces of meanings, but I'm just getting it as a very straightforward message that you need to end. You need to end the love. You need to end the desire for this past connection, this past person, so that you can focus on the rebirth and the new energy that needs to create in your life. All right. Um, Obstacles. Look for ways around the obstacles to find your happiness. So the obstacles are the fact that you seem to be still feeling, still having desire and love towards this past person. That seems to be what obstacles are, for you. Okay, Aquarius. So there's other ways around that. That you need to find the other way around those obstacles, the other way around those things. Like even if it's along the lines of, do you know what? Yes, I love that person. Yes, I still desire that person, but I consciously choose to start over, to have a new beginning. I consciously choose to, even though I still feel that way, I consciously choose to close the lid on that and move forward. Okay, so I feel like for some of you that may be what needs to sort of happen. We are seeing here, when I've asked for clarity, these two came out together, which is the cross and the dog. Okay, so it does let us know that you've got a lot of support around you. There's, this is the card of friendship, so it lets us know that there is a lot of friendship and support and understanding and compassion around you. Your friends want to support you and they want you to have faith in them to help you through this. With the cross energy there, it's kind of letting us know, have faith, have more faith in your friends being able to support you and show you some compassion and understanding through this situation. Okay, they want to help. They're there. They're loyal to you. They love you. They care about you. Your friendship group, whether this is friends, family, or whatever, they're there for you, and they want to be, that loyal little puppy that's going to help you. And even if it's just to give you someone to pat, you know what I mean, they're there for you. And with the cross, it can also talk about your spirit team as well. So whatever you personally believe in, for spiritual support, that can come through here with these two cards as well, that this is your spiritual puppy dog wanting to look after you and be there for you, wagging their tail, going, it's okay, Aquarius, I'm still here, so have faith that, you are carrying some burdens. You need to help, rely on the support around you to help yourself sort of release these burdens, okay, these obstacles that you're still carrying around with you, from this past connection. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Like I said, we're more than welcome to check other placements. Okay, but I'll grab my list and timestamp so that we can move on over to our Pisces. How are we, Pisces? Just looking today at the past person, more so looking at, how this is affecting you currently and moving forward in your love life. Okay. Pisces and the past person, please. Okay. And I'll grab your oracle as well, Pisces. Okay, Pisces and the past person, please. Yeah, okay, so it feels like it's important to show you that one first, Pisces. We do have the boundaries card, okay? Having sensible boundaries is important. I do feel like the key word that's flagging out to me here is sensible boundaries, okay? So not putting down boundaries that are like totally unreasonable boundaries, but having sensible boundaries. So I am feeling that, I am feeling that for some of you Pisces, that the reason I'm getting flagged to that sensible boundaries card is because this past person has kind of made you put your boundaries up so strong that you're, you kind of overdoing it with new people. So if you are trying to meet anyone new, you kind of, your boundaries are up just a little bit unreasonably when it comes to new people, because if you've never met the person yet, they're not the ex, so you can't really put all that on them, if that makes sense. So I do feel that might be relevant just for one or two of you there, but having strong boundaries is important regardless, right? And we are seeing, I am feeling, emotional boundaries, not letting people push your emotions or tamp your emotions down, any of those sorts of things. What we're seeing here, or physical boundaries as well, of course. But we are seeing the child, okay, which is followed by the stars. All right. So what we're seeing here is this past person is kind of, it feels like this past person has kind of left you kind of feeling that some of the things that you wish for are immature or childish wishes, or some of your dreams are unreachable kind of vibe, like that whole, when I grow up, I want to be a fireman. And this past person is, oh, you'll never be a fireman. Do you know how much work is involved in growing up to be a fireman? It's kind of that kind of vibe, that they've kind of left you dulling yourself down a little bit, making you feel smaller than you really are. And that's still kind of affecting you now. So you kind of, I'm just getting that dulled down, that you've dulled down some of your wishes, because you're sort of feeling, this past energy has left you feeling like you're not worthy of reaching for the stars, that you're not worthy of that wish in its entirety. So now you're trying to tell yourself, oh, I only want this instead of all of this that you originally were wishing for. And they've kind of just dulled you down and made you feel smaller than you really are, like less worthy of being able to achieve those grand big dreams, those huge wishes that once upon a time might have felt totally achievable. They now don't, because this person has sort of pushed you down a little bit and dulled your shine. I'm kind of getting drawn to that vibe, especially when it comes to new adventures and new beginnings. It's kind of like your wishes have been, the stars have dimmed a little bit for you, like thinking that, because what's happened with this past energy, like I can't place whether it's what's happened in the past or whether it's this person has dimmed your shine a little bit, dulled you down. They've, you know, it's kind of like, you know, that they, especially like I said, when it comes to new beginnings and starting new adventures, they've kind of made you feel as though, oh, that's impossible to find something new. It's impossible to start over. It's impossible to, you know, have any new beginnings after I've been through this. What, like, it's really sort of, you've really lowered your wishes when it comes to what you're wanting for your own future, which, you know, don't do that. You can still reach those stars, okay? So it's kind of letting us know that, you know, grow back to who you were, Pisces. You know, you can grow back to where you were. Those wishes are still there, okay? They are still there deep down inside of you. Um, just this person's energy, it feels like this person's energy has just dulled your shine a little bit, and stop hiding your shine, okay? Like I was sort of saying, that sensible flashing out there, that you know, they're trying to make you feel like you have to be this sensible little kid, whereas, you know, you're not. You're this crazy little kid that can go on any adventure. They can go build a rocket to the stars. You know, build your rocket to the stars, Pisces, is kind of what I want to say with that, you know. Um, yeah, that's what I'm getting straight up from that there. And we do have the moon as well. So yeah, still quite you know, there is still some emotional sensitivity that you've been sort of, I feel like you've just been like left with all these emotions and not sort of knowing how to deal with them. I feel like I am kind of feeling that for a lot of you Pisces, it's that vibe of, why do I feel so angry today? And you're not realizing that, you know, you're like, I'm not angry about anything. Why do I feel angry today? And you're not realizing that it's this person's energy still pulling on you, making you feel angry like all the time, making you know, they're playing with your emotions, you know, energetically. So it's kind of like, you know, because they've made you feel smaller than you really are, it still is playing on your emotions a little bit, because your intuition's trying to break free, Pisces. It's kind of like, I know I can reach those stars. Your intuition keeps trying to tell you, go for the stars, go for the stars. But then there's this other part of you that is kind of being drawn back down to feeling small and withered and dull. But that is that person's energy. Okay, that's not you, Pisces. That's this person's energy. So I feel like for some of you, there may be the need to, you know, cut that energy connection off a little bit more with this person. So, you know, if you have to do like cord cutting meditations and those sorts of things, or just consciously ask the universe, look, do not allow that person's energy to affect me, please. You know, I do feel that for some of you, there may just be that need to be a little bit more conscious of the energy behind this past person. All right, because it does feel like it's still kind of leeching onto you a little bit there, Pisces. You know, and you need to put your boundaries up between yourself and this person's energy, not just this person, but their energy as well. All right, but you are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But hopefully, I will see you all again soon.